Fear is the tool of a tyrant. Fear. It's a universal language. We all understand it. It doesn't matter our background, our age, or our beliefs. Fear whispers in the quiet moments. It shouts on the roller coaster. It paralyzes. It overwhelms. In today's world, fear often feels amplified. The news bombards us with anxieties. Social media fuels our insecurities. We face pressures from every direction. The weight of it all can feel suffocating. It's easy to feel lost in a sea of worry. But there is hope. We don't have to be ruled by our fears. We can find strength. We can find courage. And sometimes we find these things in the most unexpected places. One man, a scholar and a writer, discovered a path through fear. His name, C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis is best known for his captivating stories. Chronicles of Narnia transport us to magical worlds. But Lewis was more than a storyteller. He was a deep thinker. He grappled with life's big questions. Lewis understood fear. He knew it intimately. He experienced it in the trenches of World War I. He faced it in his personal life, and he wrote about it with honesty and insight. His words resonate with us today. They offer timeless wisdom for our modern struggles. Lewis wasn't afraid to explore the darkness. Lewis's message is simple yet profound. We don't have to be slaves to fear. We can choose courage. We can choose hope. And in that choice, we find freedom. This video is an invitation. It's a journey into the mind and heart of C.S. Lewis. We'll explore his life, his struggles, and his triumphs over fear. Join us as we unlock the secrets to overcoming fear and anxiety with the timeless wisdom of C.S. Lewis. Clive Staples Lewis, or Jack as he preferred, had a childhood marked by both joy and sorrow. Born in Belfast, Ireland in 1898, young Jack's early years were filled with the enchantment of books and the sprawling landscapes of his imagination. He shared a deep bond with his brother Warnie, and together they conjured fantastical worlds within the walls of their childhood home. However, this idyllic period was shattered when tragedy struck. At the tender age of 9, Lewis lost his mother to cancer. This profound loss cast a long shadow over his life, shaking the foundations of his young world. The pain of her absence was palpable, leaving him grappling with questions about life, death, and the seeming unfairness of it all. Lewis's adolescence and young adulthood were marked by a search for meaning and belonging. He excelled academically, demonstrating a keen intellect that earned him a place at Oxford University. Yet despite his academic achievements, he felt a profound sense of emptiness. The loss of his mother continued to haunt him, and the intellectual landscape of the early 20th century, with its growing skepticism and disillusionment, offered little solace. He delved into the works of great thinkers and writers, exploring different philosophies and ideologies. He immersed himself in the classics, finding a strange comfort in the timeless struggles and triumphs of fictional characters. Yet, nothing seemed to fill the void left by his mother's passing or provide satisfying answers to his existential questions. During this period, Lewis grappled with intense feelings of fear and anxiety. The horrors of World War I, which he witnessed firsthand as a soldier, left an indelible mark on his psyche. Lewis's journey back to faith was a gradual and intellectual one. He engaged in rigorous debates with friends and colleagues, including his close friend J.R.R. Tolkien, who played a pivotal role in challenging his skepticism. He began to recognize the limitations of reason alone, sensing that there was something more to life than what could be empirically proven. He delved into the works of Christian authors, both ancient and modern, and found himself increasingly drawn to the logic and beauty of their arguments. A pivotal moment in his conversion came through a late-night conversation with Tolkien. They discussed the nature of myth and its power to convey profound truths. Tolkien argued that the Christian story, while fantastical, was fundamentally different from other myths. It was a true myth, a myth that had become reality in the person of Jesus Christ. This idea resonated deeply with Lewis, who had always been captivated by mythology. In 1931, after years of wrestling with doubt and intellectual skepticism, Lewis finally embraced Christianity. This conversion was not a sudden emotional experience, but rather a reasoned and deliberate choice. Lewis believed that our fears reveal something essential about our humanity. They point to our deepest desires, our longings for love, security, and purpose. But they also expose our vulnerabilities, our insecurities, and our fear of the unknown. In the Screwtape Letters, Lewis uses the ingenious device of demon correspondence to explore the nature of temptation and the subtle ways in which fear can lead us astray. Screwtape, the senior demon, instructs his nephew Wormwood on how to exploit human anxieties. Keep your patient in a constant state of low-grade fear, he advises. Don't let him ever quite relax. Worry is our best ally. Through this satirical exchange, Lewis reveals how easily we can become enslaved by our anxieties, allowing them to dictate our choices and shape our perceptions of ourselves and the world. He argued that one of the most insidious effects of fear is its power to isolate us. Lewis recognized that fear exacts a heavy toll. It robs us of joy, steals our peace, and paralyzes us from pursuing our dreams. It keeps us trapped in cycles of worry and doubt, preventing us from experiencing the fullness of life God intends for us. In The Problem of Pain, Lewis grapples with the age-old question of why a loving God would allow suffering. He argues that pain, both physical and emotional, is an inevitable part of the human experience. It is a consequence of our fallen nature and a world marred by sin. However, he also suggests that suffering can be a catalyst for growth and transformation. One of Lewis's most profound insights is the importance of perspective in overcoming fear. He encourages us to shift our focus from our own limited understanding to the infinite wisdom and love of God. He reminds us that our fears often stem from a myopic view of the world, a view that is distorted by our own anxieties and insecurities. When we fix our eyes on God, Lewis argues, our fears begin to shrink in comparison to his greatness. We gain a new perspective, one that allows us to see our problems in light of eternity and to find hope even in the midst of uncertainty. He reminds us that God is not distant or indifferent to our struggles. Lewis's words penned decades ago still resonate powerfully today. They echo in the lives of countless individuals who have found solace and strength in his teachings. People from all walks of life, facing their own unique fears and anxieties, have discovered that Lewis's insights offer timeless wisdom for navigating the challenges of the human experience. One such individual is Sarah, a young woman who struggled with debilitating social anxiety. She found herself paralyzed by fear in social situations, unable to speak up or connect with others. Lewis's words, particularly his emphasis on the power of perspective, and the importance of choosing courage over comfort became a lifeline for her. John, a successful businessman, found himself grappling with a different kind of fear, the fear of failure. He had achieved great success in his career, but he lived in constant fear of losing it all. This fear drove him to work long hours, neglecting his family and his own well-being. It created a deep sense of emptiness within him, a void that material success could not fill. John stumbled upon Lewis's writings during a particularly difficult period in his life. He was struck by Lewis's honesty in confronting his own struggles with doubt and fear. He resonated with Lewis's emphasis on the importance of faith and the transformative power of surrendering our fears to God. A Tapestry of Transformation. These are just two examples of the countless lives that have been touched by C.S. Lewis's timeless wisdom. His writings continue to offer hope and guidance to individuals facing a wide range of fears and anxieties. The fear of death, the fear of loneliness, the fear of the future. His words remind us that we are not alone in our struggles, that there is a path through fear, and that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it with faith and hope. Lewis's legacy is a tapestry woven from the threads of countless individual stories of transformation. It is a testament to the enduring power of his insights and the transformative potential of faith to overcome fear and anxiety. His words continue to echo across generations, offering a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. His insights remind us that we are not defined by our fears, but by our capacity for courage, compassion, and hope. And they invite us to embrace the transformative journey of faith, a journey that leads us not to a place of perfect peace and security, but to a place of deeper trust, greater resilience, and a more profound experience of God's love. The shelter of faith. C.S. Lewis, once a skeptic, found solace in faith. His journey from doubt to belief shows faith's power in overcoming fear. Faith is not a magic cure, but a safe harbor in life's storms. Lewis describes faith as a fortress against fear. He writes, "Faith is holding on to things reason has accepted. Faith grounds us when emotions lead us astray. Faith shines light into dark corners, revealing truth. In faith, we find strength to confront anxieties with confidence. Even in life's storms, faith gives a peace only God can give." C.S. Lewis's writings are replete with paradoxes, seemingly contradictory truths that challenge our conventional thinking and lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship with God. One such paradox lies at the heart of his teachings on fear. In surrendering to something greater than ourselves, we discover our true strength. This counterintuitive notion that true strength lies in vulnerability and surrender runs counter to our natural instincts. We are conditioned to believe that strength is found in self-reliance, in our ability to control our circumstances and to protect ourselves from harm. But Lewis invites us to consider a different perspective, one that recognizes the limitations of our own strength and the liberating power of placing our trust in something beyond ourselves. He encourages us to embrace the paradox of faith, to acknowledge our need for help, and to surrender our fears to God. In doing so, we tap into a source of strength that is not our own, a strength that empowers us to face our anxieties, to overcome our limitations, and to live with a boldness and a freedom that would otherwise elude us. At the core of C.S. Lewis's message on overcoming fear is the transformative power of love. He reminds us that perfect love casts out fear. This love is not a sentimental feeling, but a powerful force from God. It pursues us relentlessly, welcomes us unconditionally, and empowers us to live without fear. Lewis experienced this love firsthand. He knew fear and doubt, but discovered God's love is greater. It heals our wounds, calms our anxieties, and sets us free. Embrace this love. Open your heart to its power and let it cast out your fears. C.S. Lewis, the scholar who once wrestled with doubt in the shadow of loss, emerged as a beacon of hope illuminating a path through fear for generations to come. His words, born from personal struggle and profound faith, continue to resonate with remarkable clarity in our modern world, a world often grappling with uncertainty and fear. Lewis's legacy is a testament to the enduring power of his insights, a legacy woven into the countless lives touched by his timeless wisdom. He reminds us that fear, while a natural human emotion, does not have to dictate our lives. We have a choice to cower in the shadows of anxiety, or to step boldly into the light of faith. Lewis's own journey, marked by both intellectual exploration and profound spiritual transformation, serves as a powerful example of the freedom that comes from confronting our fears and placing our trust in something greater than ourselves. His writings offer a lifeline, a source of comfort and guidance for navigating the complexities of the human experience. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles, that there is hope even in the darkest of times, and that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it with faith and a resolute heart. As we conclude our exploration of C.S. Lewis's teachings on overcoming fear and anxiety, we are left with a profound challenge. How will we respond to the insights we have gleaned? Will we allow these words to simply wash over us, or will we allow them to take root in our hearts and transform the way we live? The choice, as Lewis so eloquently reminds us, is ours to make. We can choose to cling to our fears, allowing them to dictate our choices, to limit our experiences, and to dim the light of our true potential. Or we can choose to confront our anxieties, to bring them into the light of God's love, and to step out in faith, embracing the fullness of life that awaits us. The journey may not be easy. There will be moments of doubt, times when fear threatens to overwhelm us. But we do not journey alone. We have a God who walks with us every step of the way, a God who understands our fears, who offers comfort in our anxieties, and who empowers us to live with courage and hope. The invitation is before us, an invitation to step out of the shadows of fear and into the radiant light of faith. It is an invitation to embrace the transformative power of God's love, to find freedom from the shackles of anxiety, and to live with a boldness and a joy that reflects the boundless hope we have in Him. Let us not shrink back from the challenges that lie ahead, but rather let us face them with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that we are held by a love that surpasses all understanding, a love that casts out fear and empowers us to live with a freedom that can only be found in Him. As we go forth, may we carry with us the timeless wisdom of C.S. Lewis, allowing his words to guide our steps, to strengthen our resolve, and to inspire us to live lives marked by courage, compassion, and an unwavering faith that overcomes the world. Let us choose today to step into the light, embracing the fullness of life that awaits us, free from the grip of fear and filled with the boundless hope that is ours in Christ.